Before we begin our experiment, we must prime the burette.
To prime the burette, we first need to rinse the burette out with water 3 times. By rinsing the burette out with water, we ensure there are no contaminants.
After rinsing 3 times with water, we will rinse our burette 3 times with the sodium hydroxide solution. We rinse with the solution in order to make sure that there is no water left behind in the burette.
With 50 milliliters of water, we're making a solution of KHP.
When making our KHP solution, we will add 2 or 3 drops of phenolphthalein, which acts as a pH indicator.
We will prepare 3 solutions because we have 3 separate trials.
When adding sodium hydroxide to the burette, we will find the initial volume. The initial volume for this trial is exactly 50 milliliters. In exercise 1 of today's experiment, we are performing our titration with sodium hydroxide as the analyte and KHP as the titrant. Before beginning our first titration in exercise 1, we must know the mass of KHP in each solution, and we must know the initial volume that we have of the sodium hydroxide solution in the burette.
Performing the titration will allow us to find the final volume and the difference in volume in the burette.
Each value for volume is measured to 2 decimal places. To find the molarity of sodium hydroxide in the solution, we first must find the moles of KHP. There is a mole ratio of 1:1 between the KHP and the sodium hydroxide whenever the pink hue forms in the solution. Now we will begin our titration. We will continue mixing solutions until a light pink hue starts to form. The pink hue appears whenever there are equal amounts of sodium hydroxide and KHP in solution. Knowing the moles of KHP allows us to know the moles of sodium hydroxide. When we divide the moles of sodium hydroxide by the volume in liters of the solution, we find the molarity for each trial. The average for all of our trials is 0.01 molarity for sodium hydroxide in solution. We will use the same technique for exercise 2 of our experiment. In exercise 2, we are looking for the molarity of citric acid in soda.
Go easy, go easy, go easy on me, yeah. Convince these fictitious words can cause mischief. Gifted for speak that keeps the body lifted. I say lift it, we can lift it up to a level where the trouble don't exist. Convince these fictitious words can